Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Man, that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Big shout out to the first in the building. Mr. International Toby Bartlett is on deck. What's good with it? Salute WCS in the hottest chat in the YTC. We're global, baby. We're global. Yes, sir, indeed. Keep it hot. Keep the motion going. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-side, A-side, A-side. No negotiation needed. Period. You already know what it is. Carlos on deck in the building. I see you, bro. What's good with it, man? Salute to you. Mike on deck. What's good? Mike on sports. Salute to you. Y'all definitely check Mike out, man. If you're over there, check him out. Always doing his thing, man. Knows a lot about the sport. And much more. Check the brother out. Samuel Deck, what's good, man? Andrew Charles, I see you in the building. The OG Mr. Golden on deck. What's good, man? We got multiple topics just popping off today. Of course, you see the thumbnail. We're going to get to that. We're going to try to determine it because I found out I have some medical professionals, you know what I'm saying, that's in the chat. So I'm going to ask your advice on something. You know what I'm saying? I just have some questions, you know, about situations going on with Ryan Garcia, you know, his promotion, his relationship with his promotion, and just where you at right here. You know, in the sport of boxing, in his career. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get y'all take on it. Dan on deck, I see you. What's good with it, brother? I definitely want to get y'all take on it, man. Well, that mic on sports may not be the real mic on sports because your channel don't have anything. So appreciate you pulling up though. But I thought you was somebody else. You feel me? Yeah, I'm gonna do my research. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate you pulling up though. Samuel on deck, what's good? He say hot grease season, no negotiation needed. Ryan tickets are stagnant. You say his tickets like standing water in a goddamn pothole. You say it's like a plugged up a plugged up pipe. You know what I'm saying? And standing water in the toilet. They got dirty water in the sink. You trying to say it ain't going nowhere anytime soon? They need to call somebody in here to see what's going on. Stagnant? What? You talking about a pig drinking hole? Stagnant. I'm just going through these comments. People want to see Ryan Garcia. We're going to get to that, Andrew. We're going to get to that. So, okay. I want to start off by speaking about, the so-called, new deal with Amazon Prime. I have nothing negative to say about the deal because just think about it. Why would I have something negative to say about the Amazon deal? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. What we really want to see as consumers is what? We want to see the fights. That's all we want to see. We want to see the fights. You know what I'm saying? We don't care what network you with and all the other stuff because I remember a certain individual up here bragging and getting mad. You know what I'm saying? He was getting mad at Rick Glazer for telling him the truth. He was wrong. You know what I'm saying? He was bragging on how many fights Showtime was putting on. PBC was putting on with Showtime and ended up sizzling. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even get past the appetizers. He was talking about how many fights Top Rank put on annually, vice PBC. But PBC, the one that lost their freaking network. And now, once again, you have people up here awaiting the grand news. What is it going to do for you? You know what I'm saying? What is it going to do for you? It's not going to change anything. Like, what is it going to do for us hearing the news? All we want to know is certain fighters going to be able to fight, fighters on the ranking system. You know what I'm saying? Are we going to see the best, compete with the best? That's all we want to see. We don't really care about no Amazon deal. I don't know why people saying, oh, this is going to be so different and this and that and the other. Bro, you have to understand, they're not going to, they're not going to give a parade just because PBC is, possibly doing a deal with Amazon. I mean, all we want to see is the schedule. That's all. That's all we want to see is the schedule at the end of the day. And that's all I'm going to say on that until I hear some more news about it. Recently, we had a situation that's brewing once again. Now, please pay attention because I'm going to try to itemize this as much as I possibly can for Ryan Garcia. It was one point in time I called him Ryan Lion Garcia because he was Mr. Capione. Because he was just ducking cats, man. He was just ducking people all over the place, right? So now, he finally gets the shot at the very boxer, one of the boxers that he was ducking last year. He finally gets the opportunity to face him, and he didn't fare well. He ended up being stopped. Okay, we understand that. But previous to that, he was going through all these ebbs and flows emotionally with Tank. You remember that, y'all? He went up in a club and he was driving back down the street like he was about to shed tears. He get emotionally involved with these black fighters, bro. Now, I'm not saying he's been fighting black fighters. He's now started to want to reach out and fight black fighters. Okay? He truly wants to fight black fighters and Hispanic or whatever. But he seems to have the most emotion with black fighters. With Tank Davis, man, he was saying all this stuff. He was dropping the insults. He went on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson and said, your career will be forever tainted if you don't take this fight with me. Just rah, right? And then Mike was up there like, damn, Tank, I ain't never heard no shit like this before. Y'all seen it, right? And then this is the guy with the silver spoon, in his mouth when he lays his head and when he wakes up, I'm not blaming anybody for coming up the way they did if they had it better than the next man. I'm not. That doesn't make them soft. I know I met some guys in life that had it real good and they killers. You know what I'm saying? It's straight up. You know what I'm saying? They're very dangerous individuals. But with Ryan Garcia, the energy that he had with Tank Davis, man, I was saying to myself, damn, this should be a pretty damn good fight. You know what I'm saying? Because he was up here whining and complaining about Tank was late. He want to put him on a rehydration clause. He's unprofessional. He's this, that, and the other. You know, he was just up there whining and crying about what Tank was doing. And Tank really just treated Ryan like he was a little kid. They're not that much older than one another, but he was like sonning Ryan. Like he was like, bro, you're not on my level when it comes to boxing, but you do have a social media following, so I want to make some money with you. Because Tank had already put it out there that he wanted to fight Ryan Garcia before that fight even materialized, because he had social media followers, and they finally made it happen. But I'm not sure if Ryan Garcia is all there right now. I'm not trying to put him back in that mental health situation, that mental health bubble, to basically finger point and whatever the case. But he has situations. He has situations going on with the Eddie Reynoso camp. We know what Canelo had to check him, and then he has a situation going on now with Golden Boy. He was mad at Bernard Hopkins and Oscar because they didn't show up, to the post fight. You know, he seems to be entirely focused on what he considered burning bushes around him. I don't know why he has that smoke like that, but he has a situation going on with his promotion where B-Hop say, I'm gonna see after this fight how he looks, and then whether he's gonna fight again. But we're gonna get into that, okay? We're gonna get into that. Then he turns back around, and Shakur Stevenson comes off a fight where he fought a power puncher. And I will give Ryan Garcia this. I will absolutely give you this, Ryan. You absolutely proved me wrong on how much heart you had going in that fighting Tank. You did not sit back on the ropes and run around the ring like a Charlo. I got to keep it straight up and down, bro. Ryan Garcia did not run around the ring like Jamel Charlo. He did not sit up there and I gotta speak on Shakur like this. He did not play it safe like Shakur played with Edwin De Los Santos. And a lot of people will say, well, Tank Davis has more punching power than De Los Santos. Well, guess what? I would say that Ryan Garcia brought the pressure. He did what he could. He was trying. I would give him that. Absolutely. I would give him that, because I always consider him to be this shirt and tie type of dude. That wanted to fit in, had everything he wanted, but it just wasn't enough. He wanted to be like the people that was less fortunate in his eyes and all this shit. I would give him that on how he fought Tank Davis. He showed like he's supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work out for him. I know, if I asked Tank this, he wouldn't say the same thing. I'm just saying he pressured Tank. And he actually tried to take the fight to him as much as he possibly could. You know what I'm saying? So he showed that he had that courage to him, right? But now, Shakur Stevenson coming off the fight with De Los Santos, it somewhat pissed Ryan off. And to be honest, I don't know what to think, because it seems like he's everywhere. It seems like he's just finding a fight to pick with somebody for somehow. Like he has a sense of urgency or something to make a big fight. Another thing I was looking at is that he made big money with Gervonta Davis. So he knows he's not going to get another fight with Davis because he would stop, right? So he's trying to find another big name, and he don't know how to go about, getting that fight and making it happen the right way. Offering somebody a low amount of money like Teofimo Lopez is not going to get you the fight. Also, you have to look at the people that you're looking to fight. you have to provide them with some incentive there, Ryan Garcia, to want to fight you, because yes, you're proving that combined with Tank, y'all made a gracious amount of money. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the gratuitous was there, bro. Monetarily, you succeeded that night. You made nice amount of money. So I'm thinking with Ryan, he want to make that money again and prove to people that he just didn't have to go in there and do it with Tank. So if he can find some other fighter to go in the ring and make pretty decent money with, now he's looking at the scale, the model that Tank has. Because he's out there bragging about certain things. So let's get down to it. Shakur Stevenson responded to the verbal sparring from Ryan Garcia and said, we could fight next week, Ryan Garcia. I'm going to stand in front of you all night long, I promise. Then this was an older tweet, you know, with Shakur Stevenson saying big facts, 100, F him, 3 division, 26 years old, ready to conquer the world. I don't know, that tweet right there kind of pissed Ryan off or whatever the case may be. But who knows? I don't know what's igniting him or getting him to emote on the man the way he is, just based off, you know, his colleagues is out here doing the same thing he's doing. You know, you got paid. The plus in that fight with Tank, you got paid, bro. You got paid very, very well. That's the plus in that fight. You took your first loss, and you can't return. But getting mad at all these fighters is not going to get you where you need to be. Ryan Garcia was quoted on an article in Boxing News, right? Boxing News 24. Ryan Garcia said, I've already said a lot about it, and I don't know if I want to keep pressing on it. I'll give you something. Like I've said in other interviews, he's an arrogant person, and he's arrogant in real life. That's why I don't like him. And I don't say that about a lot of people. I love a lot of people, and I'm cool with everybody. But man, that guy, he's been ticking me off since the amateurs. I want to just kick his ass. There's enough of the talking. I'm here to kick his ass, right? So he goes on to say, if he wants it, I'll beat him. I'm tired of him. You talk way too much. And when he's talking ish. It's not like to entertain. He's taking everything personal. All right, you want to take it personal, we can make it personal, said Ryan. I mean, Ryan coming with some heat and projecting that heat towards freaking Shakur Stevenson. He say, I don't like to do that. But he's so arrogant that it's to the point where I got to whoop his ass. That's a guy I want to whoop his ass. It'll be a different motivation. I'm whooping him to the point where he can run with me. Where he can't run away from me or whatever. I'm getting to his whatever. If he's not going to throw no punches, what do I have to worry about? So Ryan is pretty much saying, if he fights Shakur Stevenson and he ain't throwing no punches, I don't have to worry about nothing. You know, you do have to worry about the countering, you know, ability and timing of Shakur Stevenson. And also, if you go in there with a game plan, you know what I'm saying, that you feel that's going to work for you, you got to get with your team. You got to train for that. But let's get back to what he doesn't like about Shakur. He doesn't like a lot of personal things, you know, behavior on how somebody act. And if he's saying that the man is taking certain things personal, I mean, I could have said the same thing about the way he felt about Tank Davis. If you feel like, you know, Shakur's taking shit personal, that's really seems like a personal type situation and not boxing. So you're going to want to fight this man off some personal stuff because he act arrogant. I mean, it's a lot of men that act arrogant. Some certain, in my opinion, we should have a sense of arrogance about us. But I think what he wants to say is his ego. See, Andre Ward was on record as saying Shakur still undefeated, something like that. He has a title or whatever. Seems like a good day. So Andre Ward co-signed the performance that Shakur put in against De Los Santos, which I told people the sweet science is different for everybody. He went in there and fought the way he fought, and he got the job done. But a lot of people was criticizing him for a reason. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was criticizing it for a reason. Carlos said, the new wave to sell a fight is through social media. Garcia and Shakur would go back and forth like him and Tank was, even though Tank versus Ryan started years prior to their bout, they were garner interest. You're absolutely right. It did start before. They were on social media talking back and forth. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when he had to go through his stuff, and you know what I'm saying, he pulled out, the fight. He didn't want to fight Tank no more. And Tank was really dogging him out, something fierce. You know what I'm saying? But now, like you said there, Carlos, now we're totally understanding that these fighters are pretty much doing something which promoters should do. I guess it's causing the promotions to pay more money out here. So the fighters are encouraged to go out here to social media and take to X or take to IG or whatever the case may be, and try to spark up a wildfire and get people tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. Jessica, what's good? I see you on deck, Queen. How you feeling? So Ryan goes on to say, I just got to be worried about. I'm reading straight off what I screenshot from the article, because boxing news, they be on some goddamn I can't read type of damn writing. I just got to be worried about, are the fans going to be entertained? This MFer is going to be running. He's going to be running. I might trip his ass, said Ryan about Shakur. Now that's funny. You know what I'm saying? See, what Ryan needs to do is, not lean too heavy on his ego. Because right now, I think Ryan Garcia is ego tripping. He's really worrying about other grown-ass men, his colleagues, that are competing in the same sport that he make a living too. You just made supposedly $25, $30 million, right? You should be calm. You should be cool. You should be going about this in a way to let people know I want to fight you, and they should be willing and able to come over there. Not acting like the same person you were prior to stepping in the ring with Tank. You need to show that you hit another level. You've proven to go in there with another fighter and make money. So therefore, why don't you just sell that to somebody that's willing to step in there with you? It seems like the same freaking format all the time with these fighters. They got to get personal. They got to get personal, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's the same routine all the time. Let me take the social media and let me get personal. Why are you worrying about a dude's ego? All you have to do is worry about if he's the target, because that man's in a different division than you are. Is he going to be your next target or whatever? I know you called out T.O., but he didn't want that low money. And now it's Shakur Stevenson. You want to kick his ass? He's at a different division, so you got to get him to come up. And just because he's coming up to 140, if it's possible, you're not going to be able to feed him crumbs, man. You're not going to be able to do that with him. He's a 3-weight world champion and 26 years old. And Ryan Garcia, I believe he's 27. I'm not sure. But he doesn't have a championship yet as we speak. You know what I'm saying? Let's read what Ryan Garcia had to say in his last screenshot. All right? He said, I want to be world champion. I want to get a world title. But if I beat a WBA light welterweight champion, Roller Romero, how much of a champion am I? I'm a world champion on paper. A world champion is beating up a guy like Tank. If I beat Tank, I would call myself a champion at the time because that's what it means to be a world champion. To be better than than the better guy. To be better than the best. To be a world champion means you're better than everybody. Let's be real. Being a world champion is beating the best guy in the division. That's a real world champion. Or beating the current world champions that's actually won titles. That's what I'm about. You can be a 3-time, 4-time, and you can be a quadrillion champion. You didn't beat nobody, it don't matter. I mean, listen, what Ryan Garcia just mentioned right there, a lot. Hold up. A lot of what he said, I mean, I understand where he's going with it. But I have to ask you this, like, you're looking at your resume and it's very much like just a subpar resume. You really haven't fought nobody except Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk about Javier Fortuna because he's had, you know, gas break type of damn career. You know what I'm saying? So you can't put Javier Fortuna up there who you know damn well the way he was conditioned, he wasn't going to be in the ring long. Yeah, you went up there and fought Duarte and picked up your first loss, but yet and still, like you said, you fight somebody like Tank and you beat him, then people consider you to be better than what they initially thought you were prior to stepping in the ring because you just beat one of the best guys in the sport. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it would benefit him to put that in the passage and to talk his talk. I agree with you, bro. I'll give you motion on that, for real. I will give you absolute motion on what you said. But you have to go in there and learn how to be disciplined enough, bro, to basically elevate your skill set to be able to compete with these guys. People are looking at you as a face that has all these social media followings, but you don't want to become a Jorge Linares on the backside of his career. You don't want to go in there like this Oscar Duarte, this Oscar Duarte is a tough fight for Ryan. It's a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? He has more fights. You know, their resume pretty equal. You know, it's pretty level, bro. They got one loss, and Duarte has a little bit more knockouts than Ryan. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you all, this is a tough fight for him, bro. This Oscar dude is not an easy fight for Ryan Garcia. This is not an easy fight, man. But one thing that gives me hope about Ryan fighting 140 is the fact that he got up the first time from Tank's left hand. He did. Rolly got up, but Rolly was still on Pluto looking for a Whole Food store. You know what I'm saying? He didn't quite know where he was exactly. But Ryan Garcia actually got up from that. You know what I'm saying? He actually got up from that. I just want to know if he's going to be able to stick to his word and start going in here and winning. I don't want to make fun of him being over there with Diddy James, but it's so easy to make fun because I just feel like what led you to Texas, bro? You know what I'm saying? I like you talking your talk, big dog. You know what I'm saying? I like Ryan talking his talk. You know what I'm saying? I know he's been a capper, you know, in before. But I cannot continue to hold that against him. He stepped in there with Ryan. He did get up from a left hand. But yet, the reason why you was on the canvas again is loading up with your lead left, big dog. You need to calm it down, man, so you can see everything. If you just pushing forward to show people that you got heart and you still get touched up and stopped, what is it? What difference is it? It's just like you said, Garcia. You said if you're sitting up here beating champions who ain't beat nobody, then what does that make you? You pretty much put it out there. If you beat Rolly, no one's going to respect you because people know that Rolly was gifted a championship, right? I get it. So this next fight that you have to go in there and get this guy. I mean, I wouldn't say get him up out of there, but I would say you have to put on a solid performance. You can't take two in a row. If you're trying to get a fight with any other bigger names outside of Gervonta Davis, you know what I'm saying, that you fall on your resume now. I'm not talking about the lightweight division. I'm talking about that he fall on his resume. If you want to get the Teofimo Lopez's, you know what I'm saying, Devin Haney or Regis, whoever win that fight, you're gonna have to go ahead and beat this guy. If you don't beat Oscar, your next fight, then it's gonna be a sense of difficulty, man, for you to get back on that level where your peers are gonna be respecting you. They don't care about you, making the money you made with Tank. All they know is you got 2 straight losses now, and you can't box. And yeah, like I said, I can be extremely comedic with taking shots at you being over there at Diddy James, but real talk, I want to see what you do. You calling out these guys. I want to see if you're willing to make the fight. I want to see how you do against Oscar, and I want to see how you go in there and get it done with whoever you fight next. If it's Shakur Stevenson, yeah, I mean he's given a nod that he's willing to step in the ring with you. Whether it happened or not, I don't know. No one has confirmed anything. You know what I'm saying? No one has said they'll fight in 2024. None of that. All that was said is basically exchanges on social media, as always, that, one person is trash talking and the other person say, okay, yeah, I'll fight you whenever. You know what I'm saying? I'll fight you whenever. That fight can be in 2025. Nobody knows when that fight's going to happen. But, just because Shakur said, I'll fight you tomorrow, man, there's still a lot of stuff, paperwork, administrative logistics have to take place before we even get close to this fight happening. And then Shakur, he fights at 135. It's a word called negotiations if this fight is ever going to happen. But only thing I'm saying, y'all have to pay attention to this fight with Ryan Garcia that's under the radar. I'm telling you. This fight with Ryan Garcia and Oscar Duarte, man, y'all need to really keep an open eye and a raised brow on this fight, because this is not an easy fight for Garcia. This is not easy. And then, to hear B-Hop, Bernard Hopkins, and to hear the constant wrangling that's going on with him and his promotion. I don't know what's going on with Ryan, but is he sane enough? Is he stable? You know what I'm saying? Or he's just ego tripping. The reason why I put egomania on the thumbnail is this: it just seems like Ryan Garcia is up here. He's just fueled off bragging about he's the first fighter without a championship to make $30 million. See, I factor all that into the equation. Like, he's bragging, but yet he's trying to make it seem like that, he's kind of like the victim, and he wants to be the savior now. He want to go out there and fight for all humanity. He want to prove to people that he's not a joke. That's where Ryan Garcia is at right now. And the only way he can prove that he's not a joke is he go out here and fight some tough competition and win. That's where he's at with it. But him and Rolly Romero are sounding the same. You feel me, Ryan? Hear me out, brother. You and Rolly Romero are braggadocious about the same misfortunes, man. He's bragging about having 2 championships that was literally gifted to him. You're bragging about having no championships, but being able to earn upwards of $30 million. Both of you all truly don't have championships, but on paper, Rolly does. It does say that he has a championship, but you wouldn't have used him in your examples if you respected him. So when it comes down to it, Ryan, you don't respect Rolly Romero and how he picked up that belt. You don't respect him for that. But he does have something you don't, and vice versa. Rolly has a championship, but he doesn't have a fight where he made $30 million. So I would, put y'all even on that you are a bit, what I'm saying? Y'all both have the pros and cons, but I will give you the slight edge because you did make 30 mil. And that's a whole lot of money, man. Like you said, to not have a chip, you know what I'm saying? You want to brag about that, cool. But you should be focused on Oscar. If you get past Oscar, let's hope you don't hit the canvas again. Let's hope you don't have, adversity where you got to fight from behind. That's all I want to see with Ryan, man. Like I understand he's a youngin and he's grown up a little bit. He should have grown up a little bit since then. But it's just the avenues that he take, man. He just seems like he's constantly got to prove something to somebody, and the only way for him to do it is lay down a red carpet of criticism, for whoever he's targeting. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to put him on stage like that, Ryan. You gotta just find another way to present yourself. And that's the only way people are gonna really gravitate to you when you do these call outs. Just don't make it personal about saying you don't like Shakur. He's arrogant. He's this. He always been that way. You know what I'm saying? Since the amateurs, this, that, and the other. Bro, you just seem like you've been having the wrong shit on your mind. You're talking about Shakur Stevenson and how he's been since the amateurs, but yeah, he's a 3-weight world champion, and you don't even have a belt yet. But once again, we live in society where if there ever was to fight, was there ever was to meet up and have a back and forth, argument and debate, he would say, "I made 30 million. What about you?" Ryan Garcia, the evidence he's going to present is going to be the 30 mil, 30 mil, 30 mil. That's all he's going to do. He's going to continue to put it up there. Look, I made 30 million without a title. What you talking about? You can't F with me. What you talking about, man? You can't F with me. I made 30 million without a title. And you up here talking about this, that, and the other, being arrogant. That's what he has, man. That's a point of bragging rights that Ryan Garcia has right now. I'm not mad at him, bro. Christopher on deck, salute W says, I got Stevenson over all those scary dudes. Yeah, but you have to understand this, that Chris, that Shakur is at 135. He just won a title. And the reason why I don't see this fight happening anytime soon, even though I'm not jettison Shakur Stevenson's, he'll fight tomorrow as if he's in agreement. It's the fact that it's at 140 and he just won the WBC title. And I'm curious to know if Shakur Stevenson is going to attempt to go about the 135-pound division like he did the 130-pound division. Because once he picked up the WBO title, he wanted to unify with the WBC. And he ended up doing that. So that's how Shakur is going now. I think he may be focused on the 135-pound division, since Devin is obviously getting off those belts. And Vasyl Lomachenko and George Kambosos is potentially set on calendar to fight for the IBF title. So Devin is off these belts. You know what I'm saying? He's off the belts. He's fighting Regis for the WBC, and Devin is the WBC champion at 135. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see more and more titles. So, we'll see if we get a unification of the winner between George Kambosos and Vasyl Lomachenko. And if you remember, there was a little quick meeting between Shakur Stevenson and George Kambosos last year where Shakur Stevenson told him he'll stop him. And they wasn't buying it. They said, okay, all right, yeah, whatever. Go out here and do what you got to do. So whoever wins that bout between Kambosos and Lomachenko will be interesting, because that may be Shakur Stevenson's next fight, to unify the WBC with the IBF. The real talk, Shakur Stevenson does take care of a lot of people. And shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing, the GOAT in the building. What's good with the Blunts? Shakur still, not still. Shakur does take care of a lot of family. And I really be pulling for these cats that's out here in boxing trying to make money. You know what I'm saying? I do. Because I see so many of these fighters that put all this effort into boxing, you know what I'm saying? Had the crowd cheering and all that when the lights was off and the crowd was gone, and the voice in their head was the loudest thing they heard when they was broke. And they was going through all those damn CTE issues and didn't have medical and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, when I was following boxing back in the day, I really didn't put a lot of, effort into thinking about the afterlife of boxing. But now, seeing how it's changed, social media and all that, yeah, these guys got to go out here and find a way to make this money. You know what I'm saying? My only problem with Ryan Garcia is the fact that he's bragging about making 30 mil without having a title. He's bragging about it. He's saying, I'm the first. Well, what Rolly said, he was the youngest ever to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? No, not the youngest. Rolly said he had the less fights. He had the least amount of fights or something like that to win a championship. I'm like, okay, Rolly. Okay, and then you hear Ryan Garcia saying, hey, I'm the first fighter to make 30 million without even having a title. I said, okay, all right, Garcia, I got you. You know what I'm saying? If that is the angle that you want to take, and it's gonna earn respect from your peers, good luck with that, bro. Good luck with that all day yesterday. Good luck with that, trying to prove that to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to the concerns of Ryan Garcia facing Oscar Duarte. And this ain't no small dude, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Ryan Garcia is pretty much going to be taller than most of his adversaries. This article says Ryan Garcia is taking a giant risk in his career by facing hard-hitting, tough Mexican brawler Oscar Duarte in his first official fight at 140 pounds. Weight class, December 2nd. December 2nd is this weekend, y'all. Just so you know, okay? It says, given Ryan's chin problems and his weakness in taking body shots, Duarte has an excellent chance of knocking him out, leaving his career in mud. As it is, Ryan's viability at 140 has a poor prognosis, okay? Duarte's toughness and heavy hands could be a 100% nightmare for Ryan if he's not able to knock him out with one of his left hooks. This is not the type of guy that you want to let hang around until the later rounds if you're Ryan. See, this is one of my things with Ryan Garcia. Have you worked on boxing? Have you worked on utilizing that gift that you have with the lead left hand and your left hand, the power in your left hand, period? If you have that gift, you need to understand that you don't have to unwrap it so early in the fight. You know what I'm saying? You can't be Tank. You know what I'm saying? And even on top of that, you can't be Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be up here thinking that I need to be a knockout artist. You're not a knockout artist, bro. You're not a knockout artist. You need to be patient, methodical. You need to learn how to implement that left hand properly. So when you do begin to put it out there, you get the results that you're looking for, Ryan. You're trying to knock heads off when people are fresh, still sharp, not even fatigued. Why, you need to learn how to work on your jab first and foremost. You steadily trying to damn hook. You know what I'm saying? You steadily trying to use and maximize that left hand, bro, and you leave your chin up in the MF and air, dog. Spring is next year. but the cemetery is always open. You know what I'm saying? The breeze is different over there. No, nobody want to go see you on the canvas no more, there, Ron, because you want to overly commit with the left hand and get caught with a counter shot. Hopefully over there in the furniture store, they're teaching you how to be patient, how to implement that left hand, how to utilize it much more effectively to earn the results so you can look better than what you've done in the past. Because this guy is basically talking about, things that represents you right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Drop to the body. You know what I'm saying? Being on the canvas. You got to learn how to relax, man, and see the fight. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to see the fight, man. I don't think you see the fight because you're just trying to make something happen that you really haven't really worked up to make happen. You just want to make it happen because you're trying it. It may not be the proper time to try it out in the fight. You know what I'm saying? You made it look so easy for Tank Davis. You threw that freaking left hand and he slipped it. Bang. He hit you with it. That's a 10-8 round, brother. It's in Ron last fight. He was stopped in the 7th round when he took a knee and quit after getting hit by a body shot by Gervonta Davis. Earlier, Ron was dropped by Davis in round 2 from a headshot. But interestingly, the Baltimore native backed off and allowed him to survive. I don't agree with that. Ryan Garcia is coming back in December against Oscar Duarte. That's a fight you can watch on the Zone. Ryan Garcia has been off since his knockout loss to Gervonta Davis earlier this year, said Chris Mannix. Won largely at 135. What do you think of Garcia returning against Duarte? Dangerous, very dangerous. I tweeted that as soon as I found out that the fight had got made, said Sergio Mora about Ryan Garcia fighting Oscar Duarte. You don't match up a prospect and a popular fighter like Ryan Garcia, who just got knocked out on the biggest stage in the biggest fashion, against a monster puncher in Tank Davis. You bring him back slowly, get some knockouts under him, get his confidence back, let him get that swagger, build his fan base back, build the crowd back. I agree with that. I do. This is a tough fight for them. I don't know if they trying to goddamn run him in the ground because boxing dirty, but goddamn it, it's going to be interesting. Duarte does everything that works against Garcia's style, said Mora. Garcia stands too upright. Duarte fights real low, like Tank. He hides behind those wide, muscular shoulders and back. He digs down to the body, and he has excellent timing. This is a pick'em fight, in my opinion. I don't think Ryan Garcia would be more than a 2-1 favorite. It'll be a 50-50 fight, especially when you coming off the first knockout loss of your career. It's a dangerous fight, in my opinion, said Mora. Mora spitting some facts, man. Some opinionated gems, about this fight between how dangerous Oscar is to an upright ostrich of a fighter like Ryan Garcia. He said, all right, I'm begging you to stop making comparisons between Oscar Duarte and Tank Davis. I'm begging you, said Mannix. Physique and style and how he hides behind those shoulders. Man, they got so many mistakes, said Mora. Tank is the most powerful counterpuncher in boxing today in any weight class, said Mannix. Tank is brilliant. That's how he got to Ryan. That's how he knocked him down. And that's how he put him out. Tank Davis is a powerful counterpuncher. I look at Duarte as being almost William Cepeda-like, with a little more power. He comes at you, throws a bunch of punches, and tries to knock you out with aggressiveness a little bit. It's much different stylistically, said Mannix. That's going to be a great fight, man. I'm not going to go through the whole article. You can find it on Boxing Scene. You know what I'm saying? And the title is Ryan Garcia making a mistake fighting Oscar Duarte on December 2nd, okay? So if you want to go over there and read that, you can do it on your own time. But that's gonna be interesting, huh, Blunts? That right there, that fight is gonna be interesting this week, because people are not gonna just be sitting up here automatically picking Ryan Garcia to win. I'm good, Big Blunts. What's good with you, my brother? Yeah, they're not gonna just automatically go in there saying Ryan gonna get this fight. He's gonna make this fight happen. That's not the way it's gonna be. I don't see it. But who put him back in there like that, man? When you get in when you put yourself in what's the word I'm looking for? Like, if you get on the blacklist or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you go against the grain or piss the promoters off or whatever, it just seems like they take no time to put you in there over and over with, to get you to fail, man, so they can get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? When are they really on your side if it takes them that short period of time just to say, okay, we don't want you anymore, get up out of here? Because if you was winning and you was doing all that, it was all smiles. It was all, grip and grin photos and all this other shit. But then, you have communication problems. You be airing them out in public. Now they want to see you get dehumanized. They want to see you embarrassed in public. And this may be one of those times, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy ain't no joke. But if Ryan Garcia goes in there and box, and from what I see, let me go back to it right quick. This is a 12-round fight, shawty. This is the 12-round fight, shawty, man. This is going to be interesting. Reach 70 inches for Ryan Garcia. Height 5'8.5". Oscars, he has a longer reach than Ryan, which, is very minimal, right? 71-inch reach, and he's 5'9". Oscar Duarte is 5'9", and they have Ryan Garcia has a shorter fighter, 5'8.5", which clearly, if you look on the picture, you know what I'm saying, of them doing the face-off, clearly you can see that Ryan is the taller fighter. But anyway, it is what it is, man. That's a 12-rounder right there. And he fought Tank April this year, and he's about to step in there at the end of the year, man, and goddamn, if he get past this, man, and he looks better, I might have to give Diddy James a compliment, man. If Ryan Garcia goes in there and look better than what I expect him to be, I will have to give Diddy James a compliment. Serious. I will have to give him a compliment. But shout out to y'all, man. Salute to the hottest chat in the MF and game. We'll do it again another time. In the meantime, continue to support the channel. Hit the like button on your way out. Peace.
Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best, you gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come back. Sports, talking way too much, world come back. Sports, talking way too much, world come back. Sports.